Hey guys, Shane from Jaggs Journeys here for another fortnightly catch up here on YouTube. So I hope everyone is currently having a great week, and I just want to say a big hi to everyone and a big thanks to everyone for joining me on the live chat in the middle of the week on a Wednesday night. So remember, this live stream now is every single Wednesday fortnight, and will be 7:30 p.m. Queensland time every single Wednesday fortnight. So hopefully you can join us either tonight, or you can watch it later, or jump on to another one as well. Just got to fix this light for a second. Anyway, cool. So thanks. I can see you guys all jumping on. So once again, like I said before, thank you for jumping on and taking time out of your busy week to have a chat to me. Excuse me. As usual, just not long been home from work, piled down some dinner, and now I'm paying for it. But anyway, so yeah, who we got going on there? Some of the usuals, a couple of different names there as well. So welcome everyone, whether you're back here again or whether you're new to visiting my channel. Thank you so much. Just don't forget, everyone, if you're on watching the lives or watching my videos and you're not subscribed to the channel, keep in mind it is free. There's no cost at all whatsoever to subscribe to Jaggs Journeys. And subscribing to my channel really helps me out a lot. It definitely helps the channel grow. And yeah, the last stats I checked, it was around about 70% of my viewers are not subscribed. So yeah, so out of all the people that watch the videos, 70% are not subscribed. So yeah, just if you hit that button, again, it's free, always greatly appreciated. You can do it now before we get started. That'd be cool. Anyway, so thank you all for that. I hope everyone has had an awesome 2 weeks since we I guess caught up last weekend. I went out to Dream World and checked out the progress of the Rivertown and Jungle Rush. And hopefully you've seen the video. Dropped that on Sunday night. And I tell you what, it's really coming along. Gee, there's so much progress happening there on the Jungle Rush. It's just crazy. Literally, I think it was a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks before on my last visit there. And the progress is staggering. It really is. Obviously, they're powering ahead to have that open ready for Christmas this year. I reckon we definitely could see testing end of September, early October, based off where they're at now. Now, I know the track's not completed, but like I've said, it could literally be completed in a day or two. It's only one section there, but that's the section they need to get the crane through to the main, I guess, structure they're building for the temple, and obviously all of what's needed inside there. So I need that crane in there. So yeah, so we won't see that track joined up for a while. But hey, pretty cool. And tell you what, really exciting. There's a lot of excitement building for this attraction across the world. Actually, I think we'll see quite a lot of people. Probably the big YouTubers from US, UK, and all that. No doubt they'll all be heading over here. If not at the end of this year, definitely next year, I would imagine, to ride the coasters. I can guarantee they would. So yeah, it's going to be exciting to see all that going ahead as well. And obviously, Movie World's doing the Wizard of Oz area, and that's also powering ahead. They did drop I think it was an Instagram video during the week. It might have been yesterday, actually, or the day or two ago. Hopefully, you guys have seen that, but it just gives you an update of where they're at currently as well. And I tell you what, looking awesome. And I did see some like figurines of the Wizard of Oz, all the characters and Dorothy and all that. So I really think there might be a couple of different photo opportunities. I'm hoping that when you walk into the area, so like, for example, near Superman, where the Yellow Brick Road is going to start, it's going to take you around into the Land of Oz. I'm hoping, or Emerald City, I'm hoping they'll have, photo opportunity there at the entrance before you go through the rainbows. I'm hoping they have some of the figurines there, the statues there for photo opportunities just as you walk in. And I really do hope they have the characters, the actual characters down there regularly throughout every day for photo opportunities. and even the pop-up shows. I really do hope that they put that in that area rather than in Main Street. And then it'll be good to see them in the parade every day as well. So who knows what the plan is there? I'm sure they have it all sorted by now. But either way, it's really exciting. And don't forget the in Movie World, the Main Street, the retail store at the top of Main Street, where the photo center used to be, that will also become essentially the Wizard of Oz store as well. So it'll be what it currently is, and then the Wizard of Oz focus and merch as well. So that's pretty cool. No doubt there'll be some merch in the department store as well. So a couple of exciting projects coming up, which is really cool. All right. So again, thanks everyone jumping on. We've got quite a few of you on tonight. And I know there's some comments there, mostly hellos and highs, and hi to everyone again. I'm doing great. I hope you're all doing well. Keep up the Rivertown updates. Yeah, I'll do my best. Keep in mind, I can only film once a week just because I work full time. And Saturday's my filming day, so I've got to kind of juggle it around. Sometimes I'll do a couple of parks in one day to try and keep you guys as updated as possible. I'm very fortunate enough to have some very nice subscribers who also send me stuff during the week for Instagram and that kind of thing as well. So I haven't checked today because I've only just got home, literally maybe 15 minutes before I jumped on here. So I haven't had a chance to even check today's social media yet to see whether there's been anything sent through today. But we'll always keep you guys updated as much as we can on all the progress. At the end of the day, it's better to have a good solid update with plenty to look at and changes to see, rather than just, hey, there's a new lick of paint here and a new piece of wood's gone up here. You know what I mean? So I don't mind so much because we can at least provide you guys with an actual update of, hey, look at the progress between this and the last one. So that's the plan for me. I hope you guys enjoy that. All right. I'm watching your videos on YouTube. Thanks, Josh. Muchly appreciated. Hey, Bodie. The temple was massive, isn't it, mate? The structure is, I think everyone said the same thing. It's heaps bigger than probably it looks in the artwork, and it's heaps bigger than what we thought it would be now that it's going up. And once the actual stonework or walls go up around it and closes it in, that's just going to look crazy, massive. It's going to be insane. So pretty exciting, all right. And it's massive. Hey, Ree's up from Victoria, I believe. I hope you're having a good time. She went to Movieable today. Superman ride was down for 5 minutes. It's not too bad then. It's doing well. It's doing well if it's only been 5 minutes. What was the wait times like today? Because it is still holidays for Victoria, I believe. So there seems to be still a lot of people around the Gold Coast from Victoria in general. I was finishing up work this afternoon or this evening in Surfers Paradise, and it was about, what time did I leave there? 6 o'clock or something like that. And it was quite busy then. Obviously, if people have been at the parks during the day, they'll be heading into Surfers for the night. A lot of people. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And actually, I noticed, it must be just for the holidays. Although I wasn't there last week. There's actually a Ferris wheel right on the Esplanade in Surfers Paradise, like where the Surfers Paradise sign is. Just to the, if you're looking at it from across Cavill, just to the right of the sign, there's a Ferris wheel there, all lit up, all going. Looks amazing, actually. So I don't know how long that's there for. It's on the footpath, essentially, between that and the Esplanade and the beach. Looks pretty cool. So, that's pretty cool. Don't forget the air show, Pacific Air Show, is on really soon, August. So I think it's mid-August. I haven't been, but I could see it in the sky, obviously, last year. I may get close. I don't know if I'll go as such. The thing with those events, you're stuck in one spot. From a filming perspective, you can sort of only film. I mean, you film what's going on in the sky, but then if you can't really move around too much, it's not really. I think it makes great video. But anyway, we'll see what I can do if I head down that way at that time. I have had an offer from someone to grab lunch with them overlooking there, so I may just do that actually. So yeah, see what we can see. What else we got here? Matt, how are you, mate? You thought it was on next week? because you were on last week and we're doing fortnightly. No, I wasn't on last week. No, it was 2 weeks ago. Last week was the Theme Park Cartels podcast. So I do my live stream, and then the next Wednesday we do the podcast, and then I do my live the following week, and then podcast the following week. So I roll like that. Although last week was State of Origin, so we actually recorded the podcast Tuesday night last week, and I think we dropped that one on Wednesday morning. So yeah, so it's been 2 weeks. I definitely didn't do a live last week. See how fast the weeks go, mate. I tell you. Anyway, yeah, we just Charlie's asking about the progress on the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, look, we've I mean, I did my last update. It was only a week and a half, maybe week and a half ago. Heaps is going on in there. Plus, they actually Movie World just released a video on Instagram. I think it was either yesterday or the day before. Check it out; it's on there. And it shows where they're at and a little bit more. The Munchkin houses looks unbelievable, actually. So really, really, really excited for the theming of this area. Look, the ride's going to be great for families. I've been on the Flight of the Wicked Witch because it's a coaster. You know, it's an actual coaster out of the box type coaster. So TNT at Gombye World is the exact coaster, which I've ridden several times. I also have video on that on my channel, so check out Gombye World video for Jaggs Journeys, and I've even got on-ride footage of that POV of riding that front seat too. So you can have a look if you want to see what the ride is like. I might even post that video again soon, just given that it's coming up soon and get people excited. So I might do that at some point, but check it out anyway. Awesome coaster. Family coaster. It's still awesome coaster. I actually really enjoyed that ride. It's really cool. Got some really good elements to that ride, and I love the first drop and bank. It's pretty cool. But the other one, boomerang coasters, they're always fun coaster to ride as well, but obviously not thrill rides. So for me, I'm looking forward to the theming and the experience the most of the Wizard of Oz area and being immersed in that. Likewise, also with Rivertown, but also I'm looking forward to the ride the most because it's the first of its kind to have the inclined turntable. There's going to be different show elements in there, dark ride, roller coaster, outside. It's just crazy. It's got a lot going for that coaster, and really excited for that too. So overall, we're very lucky here in the Gold Coast to have so many awesome things happening all at once, and certainly keeps us YouTubers busy trying to bounce between all the properties and keep you guys up to date. But again, there's plenty of us doing this content now, so I'm sure there's always plenty of fresh content out there. But anyway, this all the support I get, and I certainly appreciate. So thank you all very much, and we'll always do our best for you guys. Let's see what else we got here. Caleb, how are you, mate? Good to see you on the live. We'll have to catch up soon, man, at the parks. Yeah, so yeah, they've sort of announced, well, essentially Wizard of Oz potentially early December. I kind of think they might soft open it like last week in November, maybe. Just maybe in line with that movie Wicked, but again, it could go to December. Who knows exactly? But once they definitely give the actual date, then we'll know for sure. The height of the Wizard of Oz castle is crazy. It is, isn't it? It's actually, it's actually really, I think it is going to give, like when you walk in there, it's going to be wow factor. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, you're right, Bodie. It's looking pretty cool, and it's just it's awesome. I think it's if you have a look at what's going on at both properties, Dream World and Movie World, they're both stepping it up. Boom, they know that they need to go again at next level as much as they can with the funding they've got. So obviously in America, more population, more visitation, more money. They spend hundreds of $1 million on rides. At least over here, they spend, tens of $1 million on rides. That's still pretty damn awesome. So we're going to get unbelievable quality themed rides here in Australia for Australia. I reckon they do it well because they just with how they can do it and the companies they use. Pico Play doing the theming, the unbelievable company. So yeah, I think all in all, it's just going to be awesome. Usually Superman's an hour delay. Sometimes it is. Absolutely right. All right. Now, again, I'm going to say it now. If I've missed your comment, it's not on purpose. Unless you're spamming me, our moderator will probably time you out. But I will, if I've just gone past, because I'm reading and then all of a sudden my comments move. So maybe to keep it flowing, I'll just keep flowing and you can just post the comment again. Or always feel free to send me a message on Instagram. I'll usually reply to them at night when I get home from work after dinner. Hey, Sue. Thanks for jumping on, Sue. Appreciate that as well. Do I ever visit the parks without vlogging? Yeah, I do. Or I, if I've not got a lot to vlog, I'll ride rides while I'm there as well. But obviously, when I've got if you look at my channel, there's a video every week, at least a video every week. So it's essentially my one day off a week. So essentially, I'm filming most of the time. I mean, I live, in the Gold Coast, visit the parks frequently. When it's not busy, I go on rides because you don't have to wait, right? So, yeah. Michael's asking, decided to head to LA in September after watching your videos. Oh, awesome. That's pretty cool. Only for 5 days. How many days did you recommend at Disney and Universal? Okay, so if you're only there for 5 days, I would strongly so I guess the thing is, if you haven't been before, if there's any chance of extending that to 7 days, I would recommend it. The reason is because you've got Disneyland and you've got Disneyland California Adventure, which is just across from the front gate of Disneyland. It used to be the Disneyland car park back in the day. Now it's a whole nother theme park. We normally get a 5-day hopper pass. So you pretty much do need 3 days to do Disneyland. You probably can do it in 2 if you're there from park open to park close, which is essentially around 8 a.m. You have to check the times. You can get in for early access sometimes as well, but roughly let's just say 8 o'clock till usually midnight. But again, it depends on the day of the week and the time of the year. Sometimes it'll close. I think that time of year, the hours will be pretty long, I'm pretty sure, particularly in the weekends. Weekends are going to be busy. Check if there's any public holidays around when you go. I don't think, and I think you might be right, actually. You would have missed the Labor Day weekend. So, but yeah, I spent, I specifically was at Universal for 4 days, but the thing is, you can do it in one, but you'd have to have fast track, whatever, ride express, whatever they call it, ride express, because remember, even when they're quiet, we think it's really busy because of the population and the visitation. Parks are always busy over there, and it's nothing for the rides to be 2 hours long. So if you're only there 1 day, and if the park's closing at 7 or 9 even, you're going to be struggling. So either trying to extend your stay a couple of days, or definitely you're going to have to invest a bit more cash to do the Ride Express, because that way you'll get the rides done. And I'll try and plan it too. Check out, try and look up you can get a map online and check out the rides you want to do first, and get them done first. Even though you're at Ride Express, you still want to have a plan, just so you get it all done, particularly if you're on restricted time. You definitely don't want to go away going, I only got half the rides done. I went all that way, because it's a long way to go. Remember, it's 14 hours on a plane. It's a long way. And when you get there, you want to make the most of it. I didn't do Disney on my last trip. I've been lucky enough to have been several, I think 3 other times prior to that, before vlogging. And so you just need the time to do it. If it's your first time, you don't want to rush it. You want to absorb and experience the Disney magic, because I'm telling you now, no matter what age you are, you'll feel the Disney magic. All right, so you don't want to rush around. You want to absorb it and and enjoy it. Excuse me. So I would be, if you only got the 5, then do 3 Disney, or no, maybe get a 5-day hopper, but you could probably just do 2. I mean, Disney California Adventure, again, I usually do 2 days there. But again, if you got the fast pass, you can probably do it in 1, providing you're there from open till the latest day possible, latest time possible. Excuse me. So I hope that helps. Or I was confused either way, but yeah, they're big parks. They're not small parks. I mean, Disneyland is small compared to Disney World, but it's still way bigger than anything we've got here, and they take a while to get around. So, and just the people. Hope that helps. But good on you for heading over there. I love it there. I could live there. it's yeah, it's awesome. Juliana saying she rode Wally's Falls 6 times last week. That's awesome. Wasn't any lines. See, it depends on when you go, the time of the day, time of the year. Sometimes there's no queues. Other times, 2 hours. You are living my dream life. Well, I work full time during the week, like everybody else, and pretty long hours. And as I say, I literally had maybe 20 minutes. I got home, 20 minutes, dinner, and then jumped on this. So, and I have my 1 day a week for vlogging, and then I'm hours and hours editing, hours and hours and hours editing through the night, usually Saturday night. I usually don't sleep on the weekends. But, it's a passion, and I love it, and I enjoy it, and it's what I want to do. So, and hey, being able to go to the States, which was a real random trip, and do the vlogging. I just went by myself and just did a whole week's worth of vlogging, and it'd be great to do it full time. I mean, that would be the dream life, really, a full timer. But you need to be earning a lot of money to do that, because obviously when you have a full time job, you get paid full time, but then also they pay you super as well. So if you were doing just YouTube, you'd have to be paying your super plus your salary or your earnings. Plus investing into equipment, upgrades, tickets, travel, like you're forking out a lot of money as well. So, I mean, a lot of people do it, but obviously a lot of US vloggers, it's the algorithms when you're in the States and you're there, YouTube picks up on US stuff. So, a lot of our US content here in Australia, when we release it, it doesn't really do that great. Like, I mean, it does good. I mean, I'm happy with what I get, but I've seen some videos only doing a few hundred views, and I think because a lot of Australians are more interested in what they're doing here in Australia. It's more realistic or tangible for them to get to the Gold Coast to visit all these parks. So they seem to be more popular in terms of watch times or what people are watching. It's more relevant, I suppose. If you're not in a position to ever go to America or Disneyland, you're probably not going to watch those videos. Let's face it. Well, not often. So unless, it's a goal and a dream and someone's trying to, position all the planets, align everything, put it out there in the universe, of course they're going to watch it. So, yeah. What else we got here? Hey, Kobe. Do I like Looney Tunes? I don't dislike the Looney Tunes, but yeah. Really enjoyed the Hollywood Boulevard video. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Brian. I love how you show what it's really like. Yeah, I mean, that was my intention for that one. Again, it was an exciting theme park video, but I just wanted to show it because most people, when they go to LA, they're going to go to Hollywood, right? And if you don't know a few things, you probably want to see someone's video. It's not just like a travel guide video type of thing. Hey, this is what it's like. I will mention one thing. I actually didn't mention it in the video, in that Hollywood video, but the day before was it the day before? Yeah, I think the day before I was there, because there is a subway station, there is a subway system in LA, and there is a subway that stops at Hollywood there. You can just come up or through the metro and then come up into Hollywood. Someone got murdered there literally day before, right there. So look, you got to have your wits about you. I mean, lots of people probably say, "Oh, public transport, we've done it; it's all good." I mean, I Uber everywhere when I'm there. It's just, you've got their details, they've got yours. Make sure the number plates match and the vehicle's the same, and you're safe, really. So only thing with that is, it can be pricey. If you're going from the airport, like what I did, if you're staying, well, either in Anaheim or Universal City, the cost's pretty horrendous. Like usually in the past, we've just hired or organized a shuttle, an airport shuttle, either through the hotel or just a shuttle, and then normally a shared one, so it'll drop other people to their locations. So it could be a long trip to get to your hotel, depending on where you're staying, but it's cheaper. I Ubered. No, actually, when I arrived, I taxied. I couldn't find the Ubers. It was just crazy busy. Found the cab, so I just jumped in a cab. Went straight out to Universal City, where Universal Studios is. It's normally about an hour, around about an hour or so drive. It took 2.5 hours. It was at peak time, so LA traffic crazy. Well, LA in general crazy. I think it's 12 million people live in LA, so it's to get anywhere at a short distance is a long travel time. So always keep that in mind if you're heading over there. Allow plenty of travel time, even if it's like, well, should only take an hour. Allow 2.5 hours. Seriously, but that cab ride from LA airport to Studio City cost me in Australian dollars about $200. So it's about 120, I think it was US, 130 US. So not cheap. That was just there. Getting back, I was at the theme park again all day on my last day. I had a night flight. Most of the flights coming back to Australia leave at like 10 o'clock at night or something. So you kind of got to get to the airport by about 7 p.m. So I thought I'd get there about 6 o'clock. They got a food court there, have some food. Actually, they shut the food court down around. Geez, I think it was about it might have been about 8 o'clock, something like that. So I thought I'll get in there, get food, relax, and all that. But yeah, it took 2.5 hours to get in. But because I was at the theme park all day, and I did allow the 2.5 hours, and it took 2 hours, or just over 2 hours. I couldn't. The Ubers were really like, when you book an Uber, and it says what's available. Well, there was only, because it was a busy time of day, rush hour. I could only book one of those like big black Chevy Escalades or Suburbans or something like those big movie stars roll around in. They're on Uber, but you pay more for that. But I kind of needed to just get one at that time. I was coming back from the theme park. I had to leave right then, so I just had to get. Okay, I'll get that. I'll pay the extra, whatever. That was $300, so Australian. So yeah, it was pretty pricey. Also in America, if you haven't been before, the prices displayed don't show the tax or GST like over here. So whatever you see, if it's something that says $4.50, it's always plus tax, on top of that. And you've got a tip over there for any service-related industries, even Ubers. Obviously, when you hop out, you give them a rating, 5-star rating. It also asks you how much you want to tip, and it's basically you should tip. That's how they make their money, because in America, their wages are generally a little lower. So they need to rely on the tipping system. Anyway, if any of you guys have other questions regarding LA, America, visiting, first-time visits, want to know anything, again, I'm an expert. I've been probably four, I don't know, what have I been, 4 times? So I can tell you about LA on the most part, good places to go, where's not safe, all that kind of thing. So anyway, we went off on a tangent there. We spoke about the subway, how there was a stabbing and a death the day before I was there. So it can be a little dangerous. Santa Monica is also okay. Like they got the Santa Monica Pier and all that. It is definitely also not the safest place. Definitely stick to the main where there's lots of people in the main touristy, I guess, areas or more populated areas. Just be careful around public toilets areas, because there's some homeless people live in them, and excuse me, they excuse me once again, they have been known to attack people and that sort of thing. So it's you want to just search up, you can. But again, if you're just going to the pier and looking around during the day, it should be fine. At night, maybe in the early evening, but then I wouldn't hang around too late. Just that's from experience, but also from people I know that live there and news stories that I follow on Instagram. Excuse me, I'm gonna take a quick drink. Yakking too much. All right. But yeah, send me a message. Anyone got any questions about that? Just got back from Gambaya World, Rick's, and it was awesome. Awesome, man. I hope you had a good time there. I was sorry guys. Again, I just literally scooped down the dinner. So it's coming up now. You can buy a world. They had to advertise it was called Gambaya Dreaming, I think it was. Basically a night experience at the theme park there with all these magnificent lighting displays and everything like that. So yeah, check out their Instagram. Hopefully you got along to that event. I was thinking about going down, but I couldn't get time off work, and it just didn't work out. So maybe another year we'll head down to that one if they have it again. I'm sure they will. So Ree's saying Superman wait time today was 25 minutes to 50 minutes. So okay, that's not too bad considering it is still holidays for some states. It's pretty good. The thing with the three eyes in the corner is freaking me out. I'm not sure what that is. The three eyes in the corner. Are you talking about in here? Are you talking about that up there? It's Pac-Man. Yeah. I think it's only got two eyes. Anyway. I can't see three eyes unless there's someone else in here. I never know. There's a few movies being filmed on the Gold Coast at the moment, and Brisbane, yeah, absolutely. Excuse me, there's heaps actually. Obviously, the exchange rate is in America's favor. So they're all a huge amount of productions happening down here. There's a movie called The Bluff being filmed. It's like a pirate movie, and there's a big. I actually posted a picture of the pirate ship on my Instagram. So if you want to go back in a few weeks, a day or maybe a week or so ago, check it out. Yeah, so they're like the pirate ships there. They're filming. When you drive around the Gold Coast, quite often you just see a little red sign somewhere that says location with an arrow. So it says location with an arrow. That's basically letting people know that work on these films, which direction to go to get to your filming location. So there's heaps happening. I drive around for my job and I see every day I see different locations. A couple of weeks ago up in Tambourine Mountain, there was a whole film crew doing big filming up there. It looked like maybe a winery or an estate or something up there on the other side of Tambourine. And there was another location sort of between there and maybe Wardsland. They're doing some filming in. Oh no, maybe it was closer to the back end of Narang a few weeks ago. Yeah, and they're always doing stuff, and it's pretty exciting. Mark Wahlberg, who I absolutely, he's awesome. I love that guy. Been a big fan since his musical days back in the 90s, and he's here at the moment filming a movie as well. I think for a few months. He's already been hanging out. Obviously, his family owns Wahlburgers, so he's been hanging out at the Surfers Paradise. Well, he visited there, I should say, the other day last week, and I'm sure he'll no doubt drop in there again. If you haven't had Wahlburgers, by the way, I'd highly recommend it. I absolutely love their burgers. Family recipe, sauces and everything. Really, really nice. And you never know, he might walk in. I follow him on Instagram. He has an awesome range of merch, municipal, and yeah, I hope to bump into him, but chances of that's probably pretty slim. But yeah, he's an awesome actor. I pretty much have seen most of his movies, I would say. Yeah, he's pretty cool. And he seems like a real awesome, decent person as well. So who else is here? There's one of the Jonas brothers is here. I think his wife's in that movie, The Bluff, as well. And there's plenty more. There's always, yeah, it's pretty amazing now in the Gold Coast that all these big Hollywood productions are being made right here. So it's pretty cool. I remember when they were filming San Andreas, that was done here in the Gold Coast. And if you watch the movie, there's a scene where I think it's at the beginning of the movie, and there's a rock face, and there's a girl in a car, and the car goes down the rock face, and it's just hanging by a wire or whatever. And then the helicopter comes in, and the rock's in the helicopter, and then he climbs down to get her out of the car. Well, that rock wall was built on the side of one of the studios here at next to Movie World at Village Roadshow Studios. A fake rock wall was built, and the helicopter was on a crane, and obviously there was blue screens around there as well. But you actually saw them filming that scene as well. You think, what's this going to be? And then by the time it's in the movie, it's like, wow, it's on a really high cliff face, but it's not really. It's still high up, but yeah, it was pretty cool. And the scene where at the end where the city floods, and they're in a high-rise building, and then the water's right up. That was a little bit of a set was built on the tank. Excuse me, near Outback Spectacular and Topgolf. There's actually an outdoor tank for filming. Yeah, and that was all built there. I've seen them up there, the rock, and out in the front car park of Outback Spectacular. So it's just sort of, I guess, right next to the Topgolf fence. That car park. That was the Hoover Dam scene where all the people were running across the top of Hoover Dam. So they literally built the top of the Hoover Dam, like this, I guess, the top of the bridge with the road and the poles and all that. That was there, and they just had containers set up around there with all these blue screens. It's amazing how it's done. It just looks like sort of nothing much, and then when it goes to film and editing, it's like, wow. So it's so cool to have all that here in our backyard, literally. And not that we all get to see it all the time because, some of it's behind closed doors or what have you. But when they do on location filming, you can see a lot of it. The other one, The Apple Doesn't Fall Far with Sam Neill. I don't think it's out yet, but that was filmed all around the Gold Coast. And there's a building on the road that goes to SeaWorld. I'm not sure what it is now, but it was painted up and it was used as the American Palm Beach Sheriff Department. And they had all the American cop cars pulling in and out of there. And yeah, it was cool seeing a bit of that getting filmed as well. So pretty cool stuff. I love all that stuff, as you can see. And obviously why I visited Universal Studios. Definitely one of my favorite theme parks in America as well. Anyway, I'm probably blabbing on now, but maybe you guys find this kind of interesting. Maybe you find it boring, but I find it interesting. So thanks for listening. Cool. What else we got here? Hey, Jaggs, you thought about doing a membership, join up on YouTube to help pay for the cost? Yeah, look, I've looked into that. Probably for the last 6 to 12 months, I've sort of on and off looked at it. The thing with those, right? If I'm going to ask you guys to join a membership and pay a monthly fee, well, what do I give you in return? It's got to be, I'm thinking, what would I pay? If I'm going to do that, what would I expect in return? I know some people offer things like, I don't know. I know the carpetbagger, he's the one I watch in the States. He sends out a postcard every month to everyone. I don't know, there's a cost to that, of course. He does it full time, so he can probably afford to do that. Some people go, I released the videos a bit earlier. Well, I don't think, to be honest, I release my videos pretty much when they're done. So, so I don't know. You tell me, what would you, are you just happy to pay a membership and I don't know. So, you know what I mean? I don't want to I'm very fortunate that a lot of people buy me a coffee through the Buy Me a Coffee app. And that is the same kind of thing. It's not a membership regular fee, but a lot of regular people will often buy me these coffees and it's very gratefully appreciated. And that doesn't just buy me coffees. I do drink a lot of coffee, obviously, but I put that money into my Jaggs Journeys account to help get me to other places and fund my tickets as well. Because, it all got to come out of your pocket, right? So you get a little bit of money from YouTube from the ads. It's not big money, but it does help, upgrade, equipment, theme park tickets, and that kind of thing. But the buy me a coffees, it adds up. I mean, the minimum is like $5, but I didn't get the full $5 because there's a company that runs that app, so we get about $4. So it's still, a decent amount. They take a share, obviously, but it all adds up, and and I'm very appreciative of that. I've got people that quite often will regularly buy me the coffees. And that's, they get a shout out. So I give them a shout out. Obviously, when they send me that, it comes to me in like on the app, and it comes with a message from them as well. So I always reply to everyone on that as well. So I send them a message straight away, thanking them very much. And sometimes they'll talk about other things, and I'm doing so. I'll respond to their, what they've written. It's a personalized response back to them, and they get a shout out on the video on the next time I film a video. Now, if you buy me a coffee in, say on a Monday, and then that next weekend when I do my filming on the Saturday, if I'm like, say, busy and I'm just going to release an American video or a different video, then the buy me a coffees might have to skip another week. So don't think I'm not going to do it, because I will, and I always do and always have done the shout outs. Just think about, okay, if he hasn't done a local video this next week, it'll be on the next one. But you'll get the personalized, obviously, response when you send me the coffee. But yeah, if you're the person that is willing to pay a membership per month, I know they're not like expensive memberships. I think they're only like a couple of bucks or something like that. But what would you expect in return is probably my question to all of you, really. And is it something that's tangible? Is it, because it's got to be something I can do, and it's probably obviously something that's not going to probably be too much of a cost, I guess. But obviously, if you're paying money, there's got to be some kind of what do you get for that membership? So yeah, let me know. I'll be happy to go through your messages and take on board. Definitely. I've also been getting asked to do a meetup, and I'm definitely doing that, and it's already in the planning stages. And look, I know not everyone's able to get to a meetup. I mean, I meet a lot of people every time I'm filming anyway. And I always say to people, yeah, come and say hi. I'm friendly. I'm happy to chat, take a photo. If you come and say hi to me, you're going to get a sticker as well. Remember, you're always going to get a Jaggs Journey sticker at least. So I always do give you something, right? If I forget, which I generally don't, just say, hey, have you got any stickers? And 99.999% of the time will always have stickers on me. So that's something I do anyway. But if I have a meetup, I've already been, it's been in the planning stages for a while, and I will announce it soon, actually, and it will be on a Saturday. So yeah, and I think anyone that comes along to that will actually get something that that other people can't really get. So that's why I'm planning it, and it's taken a while. But anyway, we'll get to that, and that will be announced. So yeah, memberships. It's I think probably 12 months ago we were going to start it, but then it was like, well, what are we doing in return for the membership? So please tell me what you guys. Oh, is it nothing? I mean, you just want to do it for me to help give more content for you, or what would you expect in return? I just need to know. So that'd be great. Always appreciate any comments. So thank you for your comments there as well. Are we going to Movie World on the 10th of August, says Ileana. Awesome. And also tomorrow, you're very lucky. Enjoy. It's a wonderful park. Randall also says, I reckon AU theme park should do it as well. Yeah, I mean, all those options are there. I think you have to, I might be wrong, but I think you got to have, I could be wrong. I think there's a qualification to get to that. I don't know what it is actually. So I think I got a notification last year I have to look back into it again because I think there was something like I got notified when I was eligible for memberships. Maybe that's changed now, but yeah, I mean, there's certainly ways that we can get people to support each other's channels, and it's always appreciated, definitely. So yeah, I think there's definitely options out there. Don't forget, I've got merch for sale as well, which definitely also helps support me as well. So if you haven't checked out my merch, it's jaggsjourneys.deco-apparel.com. So it's DECO and then a little side dash apparel.com. If you find the link on my Instagram and all that. Anyway, I've got t-shirts and hoodies on there. Men's, women's, kids, infants. And there's a trucker hat, but it's a printed one. I haven't got it embroidered on there because the company there on that website does print. I have been talking to them about doing some embroidery, and they're just looking through a few options. So yeah, but yeah, it's amazing. Like the hoodie sales through winter have been actually pretty amazing. Which thank you to everyone who's bought hoodies and or any merch. It's really appreciated. I actually saw someone not long ago wearing one, and I had the picture of me on it, and I had to look twice. I'm like, what? Oh, that's right. It's my merch. So I had to go up to them. But yeah, like it's just so awesome. And so I've got that. And I've got the buy me coffees at the moment. So yeah, look, memberships. I'd be happy to do it. I just probably need what you guys would like to see in return for that membership fee. And I think it is only, I think last time I checked, it was like a couple of bucks, maybe a month, something like that. So is it just something you just wish to do to support so that I can put more videos out to give you guys more content, or more overseas content, that kind of thing? I'm happy to do that way. If you're wanting something in return, I need to know what the expectation would be to see if I can make sure I can deliver before I'm asking for money from anyone, right? So I'd rather make sure that everyone's happy with the options, essentially, and it's meaningful and it's maybe tangible. So yeah. And again, I drop my videos pretty much when I'm done anyway. So I don't hold them off. I mean, when I say I'm done, like I might finish in the morning on a midday on a Sunday, morning on a Sunday, and I'll release maybe Sunday afternoon. But we're talking a few hours. I don't think anyone's going to pay money just to get the video in a couple of hours before other people. Like I don't see the point of it personally. But anyway, let me know. Again, happy to hear. Cool. We'll try and catch up some comments. Do I know that Scooby-Doo was filmed at Wet and Wild? Yes, indeed. In fact, I've posted some stuff about that on my video, and I've even put in where it was filmed, showing some screenshots from the movie versus on the Calypso Beach area at Wet and Wild. There's been a few movies actually filmed there over the years as well. Love that movie, Scooby-Doo. That's pretty cool. Mrs. Mom is saying, if you do a membership, it would help you. It would help you more opportunities. It would help you more. Maybe give me more opportunities to release more content. Absolutely, I'm sure this would be enough just to help with the channel. Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to also, that's what I was saying before. If it's just something to help give me the ability to record and get to more places to film more content, and maybe have a few more trips away to film different content. If you guys are just happy with that, then I'm certainly very appreciative of that, and we'll do my best to deliver more content for that. But yeah, I'd have to see it. I guess out of 1,000 people or whatever who may respond, I need to see the highest percentage saying yes to that versus if it was 50-50, then I'd need to probably provide something in return more, I think. So yeah, that's good. Thanks, Mrs. Mom, for that. I really appreciate that too. Bodie, so as I said, without proof of an announcement from Movie World, the Beetlejuice maze is a rumor. Yeah, it's only rumored at the moment. I think just because they posted the latest trailer on Warner Brothers site. Look, it'd be so cool to have a Beetlejuice maze for Fright Nights. I mean, I'd be in heaven because I love Beetlejuice. 80s? Yeah, 80s, 90s movies. It would be awesome. And obviously the guys that did Beetlejuice for Hooray for Hollywood did an amazing job, and obviously the new movie's coming out. So that would be so cool, super cool, in fact. But yeah, it's only rumored at the moment. So we'll have to watch this space, because obviously as soon as they announce it, I'll let you guys know. I'm sure you'll all see it probably before me anyway, because it'll be on all over social media. But that would be really cool. That would be really cool. Jane Malloy, how are you? Thank you for jumping on, Jane. I really appreciate you jumping on. I have to pop in and say hi again next time I'm over your way. So thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Bodie, you could do monthly raffles, like $5 a ticket for merch or something, cost effective. That's a good idea. Let me write that down, Bodie. Thank you. Again, see, you guys come up with the good ideas. Hope no one else steals the ideas. Monthly raffle. Get a pen that works. Even better. Cool. Thanks for the idea, mate. I will take that on board. Jane saying also, love Universal Studios videos. Thank you very much, Jane. I appreciate it. Glad you liked them. I enjoyed filming them. Definitely. And there's a few more to come, by the way. There's probably at least another 2 Universal Studios videos that I haven't released yet. And then there'll be probably some other bits and pieces that'll come out as well. Plus, there's also Funko Hollywood video to come. And I'm telling you now, even if you're not a Funko collector like me, or not into pop vinyls, you'll love this vlog, because this shop, it's a shop in Hollywood. But when you walk in, it's not just a shop. I don't know how massive the place is. It's like an indoor theme park, like no word of a lie. It is massive. It's super themed, and they have oversized giant pop vinyls and sets everywhere. Crazy stuff. Blew my mind. I just posted a picture on Instagram. I think I scheduled that for today or yesterday. I can't remember. Today, I think it came out, of me inside a pop vinyl box. Photo opportunity. That was at that store. So cool. I tell you what, so cool. It's free to get into. So if you're in Hollywood, check it out. It's on Hollywood Boulevard, but it's down the dodgy end, toward Capitol Records, down that way. It's you'll know what I mean when you walk down there. But anyway, worth going. Check it out. Definitely do it. That video will be coming soon as well. So plenty still to look forward to on this channel for US content. We're getting toward the end of it all. Not to the end of it all. As I said, I've still got at least 3 full-length videos and some other stuff to come as well. So, there's still plenty there. I was there for a week, so I managed to get a lot of content. And obviously, I can't release it all at once, and just wanted to have something so you guys look forward to again, and mix it up between Gold Coast theme parks content. I feel sometimes the content here is the parks are small, and they're great, but they're small. So sometimes I feel I want to alternate the content. So it's not, I don't know. I don't want to overkill any kind of content for you guys. Just want to give you guys enough and something different, and then give you a decent update on what's happening, that kind of thing, right? So, yeah. All right. When I go to California again, will you go to Disneyland? Yes, that is definitely going to be on the cards. I probably would have, if I had more time. I would have liked to. I could have actually probably have gone last time I was there, but it would have only been one day. So I would have only gone to DCA, Disney California. Again, I've been there before. Excuse me. They had Pixar Fest start when I was there, so I was actually going to go. But then, as I was saying before, Disneyland, even Disney California, is magical. No matter what age you are, you feel the Disney magic. For my family and I, that's a magical, happy place for us for family holidays. If I had gone by myself, I probably wouldn't still be alive today. They would have killed me if I had gone without them. So I promised them I wouldn't have gone without them. So yes, the next time we all go over there, we'll be hitting the Disney parks as well. So we can give more content out there as well as a family holiday in between all of that. what's going on with Rivertown. If you check out my latest video that I dropped on the weekend, you'll be able to check out what's going on at Rivertown. I gave a full update Sunday just gone. So just scroll back a couple of videos, it'll be right there. But heaps of progress, looking awesome. Hey, Dane, thanks for jumping on, Dane. I hope you're doing well. Do you think the parks should do more with local content creators like the hard hat tours? Yes. I mean, I get it. It's a lot of those. So a lot of the construction areas, obviously the construction companies sort of rule those areas here while they're under construction, and you got to go through a sign-off process to tour those areas. However, as things get closer to completion, there is more options, I guess, or it's less unsafe to visit, if you know what I mean. So yes, I suppose from their perspective, you know, when they can release it on social media, you know, how they want it released, is probably why they're doing it that way. Yeah, like in the US, they invite, I guess, I don't know what the criteria is to get invited in the US, or you got to have over 1 million, I don't know, subscribers, or I don't know, whatever the criteria is. It seems to be all the big YouTubers get invited. I never see like people like, you know, with like me, you know, like size of my channel getting invited to stuff over there. I don't know, but I mean, maybe that's changing or will change, but it would certainly be great if they could do that. It would have to be on a weekend when people are available, because during the week it's just during the week probably suits them better. But obviously most of us have to work full time, and you know, and wouldn't be able to attend them anyway. So, but yeah, I think they could be doing more. You know, I know it can be probably difficult and probably not a priority for them, if you know what I mean. Although the benefit they do get from what we put out there, I'm sure they appreciate the content, the positive content, I should say, the positive content that's put out there. I'm sure they don't appreciate the negative content, and there is some. Nowhere's perfect either. No theme park in the world is perfect. Even though we might say Disney's perfect, well, it's not. You see stuff there, it's not right. Whatever. But, you know, some people just want to pick up and show things that aren't right. Again, not my channel. That's not what I like to do. So I guess the risk is for them, is it going to be portrayed in the right light for them? So, you know, my thing is, if you're showing negative stuff about the parks, you probably won't get invites. If you're positive, you might get an invite to something. Who knows? But yes, I think they should be doing more, because it essentially is free advertising for them, and the positive stuff that goes out there certainly does help bring people to the parks. I've had plenty of people, families, message me and say, "Hey, we've watched your videos on this or that, and you've made our mind up. We were undecided, but now we've seen your video, and yes, we're going to go." And then I've even had people say, "Hey, by the way, we're back from our holiday now, and we did this and this that you suggested, and we loved it, and da da da." So, I mean, that's great. I mean, I don't get anything for that, but hopefully we get views and subscribers. That helps me out. So, hopefully the parks get more people through the gates, keeps more people in the jobs, keeps people like us making content, right? So, full circle. So, yeah. So, Dane, yes. I like your Jaggs Journeys logo on the wall. Looks cool. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Where is it? There. Yep. Thank you for that. It actually goes brighter too, but I think it goes too bright for the video, and it actually flares out. See that? So I don't. From what I see, it looks like it's just blurred now. I can turn it when I turn it down. When I turn it down, it's better. So anyway, yeah, it's pretty cool. Thoughts on the Simpsons ride? I liked it better when it was Back to the Future. Just saying. That's my thoughts on the Simpsons ride. I love the Simpsons. Don't get me wrong. just that ride. It was Back to the Future. Originally, I'm a big Back to the Future movie fan. And yeah, I would have preferred if they had kept that. But anyway, never mind. Bodie reckons they should do hard hat tours for TikTok subs. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. We're all paying a monthly fee for that, and at the moment, we're not really getting anything. We do get content occasionally, but I suppose it's something again. You got to keep it up. You got to keep. What are we getting for that? But when it comes up again, we're going to be happy again, right? You're going to get more. Buddhist Billy, you could provide birthday shout outs. Yep, I actually do that already anyway. Anyone who buys me a coffee, they can either buy me a coffee just to say love the channel, or hey, they buy me a coffee for birthday shout out. So I do all that through the Buy Me a Coffee app at the moment. Merch discounts, yeah, maybe. The thing is, that's all kind of handled through a company, and I really can't control the discounts. I could look into it though. I could look into that. Exclusive meetups, yep, absolutely. But the thing is, then if you're living in other parts of Australia and you're paying membership, unless you're on holiday up here, you're not going to be able to attend. Unless I'm traveling around, of course, and can arrange meetups. Of course, I can do that. I just got to get around more. Hence the funding. So yeah, what else? Custom emojis. Is that a thing? Custom emojis. Occasional giveaways. Yeah, they're all good ideas. I'll write those down as well. Giveaways. That's all good ideas, and I appreciate that. And keep them coming too, like through Instagram. Let me know. Send me a DM. Emojis. People like emojis. Is that a thing? Is that a smiley face with a Jaggs Journeys hat? I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate the ideas. Jane's saying, yeah, you are an awesome dad. Oh, thank you. You can't go to Disneyland without your family. Correct. Thanks, Jane. Appreciate your kind words there. And hi to everyone who's also just jumping on saying hi, because there's been plenty of people saying hi. So hi to everyone who's saying hi as well. Thank you for jumping on. Would you go to Legoland? Yeah, I would. And it was actually on our last schedule plan, but we had a trip booked, paid for right when just before COVID hit, so that had to get cancelled. And we were planning on heading down to San Diego for Legoland. So yeah, I don't think it's a again, I haven't been, so I don't know, but probably definitely worth a look, right? So yeah, and people love Lego. Can you give me a shout out in your next video? It's my birthday on Monday. From entertainment from me to you. How about I give you a shout out right now? So happy birthday for Monday to entertainment from me to you. I hope you have an awesome day on Monday. So I'm not filming again till the weekend. And as I mentioned before, normally do the birthday shout outs on there for the Buy Me a Coffee. So feel free to pop on the app there, and I definitely do one on the video there. It's also, I get asked a lot people to be in the videos, and I've stopped doing that, just to let you know, unless you're maybe another content creator that's probably a little bit different. But yeah, like a long time ago, I used to let people sort of say hi on the videos, but I just keep getting inundated with that, and then if the kids are going to get permission from their parents to be on YouTube, so I'd rather just not do that anymore. So apologies for that, but one rule, yeah, I don't put anyone on the videos anymore unless it's another content creator doing the same kind of thing. That's sort of the only kind of leeway there for that. Peter, hey Peter from WA, how you doing? Can't wait for the Fright Nights. Are you going to do another What to Expect? Yes, I'll be doing those videos as I do every year. That's my thing. I will be putting that out as soon as we know all the info. So look forward to that one as well. Am I doing a Dreamworld Fun Run? Not this year. I did do it last year. No, year before last. Excuse me. Last year I had a sore back for some reason. This year, it's just a time factor actually for me. And I'm probably not. I could do the walk. I could walk it, but I think we had. I don't know, I think I might have something else planned, or I think I might have been away, but I'm not now. But anyway, I may head down and film it. I don't know. I won't be in it, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see if I can. I miss Scooby Doo. Yep. Hopefully early 2025 for that one. Do I ever sleep? Not much, Michael. Not much. Probably about 4.5 to 5 hours a night. That's during the week, and then on the weekends less because I'm editing most of the nights. Are you going to the Blue attraction when it opens? Yeah, look, that's the plan. Although I just realised that you actually had to book. So yeah, I got to look into that because I think I saw something that there's no bookings now till November. I think it opens in August, so we'll get to it at some point. We'll get to it at some point. It's going to be pretty cool. It's only temporary as well, so I don't know how long it's going to be open for. I think maybe a year or maybe not even a year. It's going to be awesome though. So if anyone's on here who works there, DM me and I'll if I can still buy a ticket for the opening, let me know. Or if anyone knows you can or not. I have a feeling it's sold out, but anyway, we'll see. I'd love to get there. We'll be in Melbourne for Halloween. I'm still finalising my Halloween plans and where I'm going to be and what nights and all that. So I'm not sure yet. There's several options this year for Halloween. So just got to weigh it all up. Recently started a new job, so time off is pretty much not possible. So I've got to base everything around the weekends. And, of course, there's cost. So, yeah, with going to the States, it was a lot of money that I've now got to finish paying off. So, anyway, it was worth it. So, yeah, I'm still sorting those Halloween plans out. So, wait and see. Getting on late, being out for dinner for a social night. Hey, Chris, thanks for jumping on, mate. Appreciate it. Always good to see you on the channel, on the comments and everything. Chris, long-time supporter of the channel too. Greatly appreciated, by the way. Always greatly appreciated. Hey, Jordan, no worries. You jump on, jump in early, jump out off halfway through. Doesn't matter. I appreciate anyone jumping on for any amount of time, spending your time during the week listening to me blab on. I appreciate it. But it's good interaction, right? So we get to answer your questions. And yeah, talk about whatever's coming up in the theme park worlds, essentially. How do we get the coffee link? So it's just on. If you go to my Instagram, let me just open it up and talk you through it real quick. But it's all on Instagram under I think Linktree. So if I open the Instagram, and there's like at the top where it says, follow me on my journeys on YouTube. There's a button there that says Linktree, or sorry, it's a blue link. It says Linktree / Jaggs Journeys. It says you're leaving Instagram. You click on follow the link, and there's a whole lot of options there. So there's a link there to the Theme Park Cartel podcast. There's a link there to my Gmail, to the Facebook, Instagram, and there's one there to buy me a coffee. So you click on that. And also on every video, usually when I do it, I put the link on the screen as well. And that'll take you straight to that there. Okay. So pretty easy. And it's all there. Hope that's helped you. If you're having trouble, send me a message. Chris is saying, good to see the new Wizard of Oz statues. That was awesome to see that, wasn't it, mate, when they put it on the Instagram. I was actually really happy to see that. So I'm glad they've got those photo opportunities there as well. So that's really cool. Thanks for the live call out, but I'd love to see be on your video on the Sunday. From Adam Harris. Oh, hey, mate. No dramas at all. I hope the theme park. I hope they theme both sides of the Emerald Castle. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. If they don't, yeah, it'll be a problem. Fingers crossed. I'm pretty sure they will. Got a question. I know it's probably not possible. If the Doomsday ride at Movie World, why don't they just sell it or find a way to remove it and replace it? They are definitely considering the options for Doomsday, 100%. They even announced that they're doing that, so that they're thinking long and hard about the ride, and then the area, the attraction, that part of the park. I think it's an opportunity for them. Again, no doubt we'll see nothing until next year, because they got Wizard of Oz, they got Scooby-Doo. Once that's done and dusted, I reckon the next project they'll be working on will be Doomsday. That's what I think. So I'm sure they'll make some announcement. I'm sure they're looking into it now. I'm sure they would have to be sussing out what they're doing, what the plan is for that, and we'll hear in due course. So, and then we'll let you know as well when we know about it. Because I know from their point of view, and remember, it's not Movie World's fault. All of this is actually the ride manufacturer issue with the ride. So, they bought a lemon. Sometimes you buy a brand new car and you have nothing but problems with it, right? It happens. Car, fridge, whatever, TV, things happen. So now they got to obviously try and maybe get some compensation. I would be if I was them from the ride manufacturer. And then, of course, they'd be having to go to the owners of the company for an investment to repurpose the area. It would be not a cheap exercise. But if they do it right, they could do something absolutely magnificent for that area. And I really hope they do, because, again, that will bring people to Movie World. Got to spend money to make money. Amy saying, my kids love watching your videos. Well, thank you very much. Thank them very much. I appreciate them watching. It is appreciated. Extreme Slothman. We just spoke about that. Doomsday. Yep. Kobe Wiggle misses Wiggles World. I wonder why. I think a lot of people do, mate, but I think what we'll see in its place is going to be unreal. Shane Digby from New Zealand. G'day. Thank you for joining, especially when it's 10:45 p.m. in New Zealand right now. So thank you very much. And you must be a good guy if your name's Shane. Just saying. Thanks for joining, mate. Rick's... at least Wiggles are still there. Yeah, true. At least, yeah, that's right. Exactly right, Rick. There's obviously other Wiggles attractions in the park, and they still have the Wiggles performing, or at least once a year, I believe, from time to time in the convention center there at Dreamworld. So I think Wiggles is, whilst the land as we knew it is gone, at least now they've got the big red boat coaster there, which is awesome. And what else have they got there for the Wiggles? Is that it? They got the characters obviously as well through the park, so that's pretty cool. Is it the big red plane ride as well? So yeah, Wiggles still lives on at Dreamworld. You just have to make sure you go to the new area and enjoy those wonderful attractions. All right. Do you think that the arcade will be run or owned by the same company that Movie World uses to do the carnival games? Good question, Bodie. You might be onto something there. They might actually do that. I think profit share. They're the experts. They do a good job of what they do, and profit share. So I think you could be right. I think maybe that's the plan. I don't know. I haven't heard, but yeah, it would kind of make sense. Unless it's a totally self-sufficient arcade, unless it's just, can't get a card, play games, no prizes. I don't know. I mean, you'd expect there to be prizes. There's probably going to be claw machines in there, but not sure if there's prize redemption machines like at Dreamworld or like they used to have. So I'm not too sure. If they do, then maybe it would be an outside company this time around. I think that would probably make sense. I think that would make sense. We'll have to wait and see. But that should be opening soon. Well, this year. Its progress, again, is coming along really, really fast on that arcade. I think scaffolding's come down now as well. I think I saw that. I see that Gold Coast Theme Park YouTube channel, I think, was there. I think it was his. anyway, I think it was him posted a photo or video on that. So yeah, looking good without the scaffolding. It just makes it looks awesome. So it's going to be an awesome venue. Ileana saying she's going to Bali in August. Have I ever been to Bali before? No, I haven't. And to be honest, it's not on my list. I don't know. I have never been. I've heard a few stories about Bali. People that have been, I should say, experience-wise. Now, but other people go all the time and absolutely love it, and I know it's beautiful. But yeah, I mean, it's not probably on my priority list to go. Some people probably say you got to go; it's the best, and I don't know because I haven't been. So, but it's probably not high on my list. Bodie's saying just my rumor about the arcade. Yeah, no, I think you're probably right, actually, mate. Dane saying auditions have opened for Fright Nights. That's right. They were looking for people to attend the auditions, and I think they were being done in an external company. I think it was off-site somewhere, so maybe they're engaging another company to this year for the scare actors rather than in-house. Maybe. Looks like it's one less night than last year. Do you think we should see more instead of less, considering its popularity? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Were they all sold out last year? I'm not sure. Maybe the back end was. I don't know. I mean, I know they price stagger it, which is will they price stagger the entry or they price stagger? I think they price stagger something fast track maybe, or no, I think it was the entry fees gets more expensive. But I mean, it'd be always good to have more nights for sure. It just depends on, I guess, if they deliver it in a shorter amount of time, can they deliver a better experience? I guess that's probably the question. Can they deliver a better experience with one less night or two less nights and do more in park? I really would like to see more theming around the Wild West Falls ride. And like we said last year, they just had a red light on it. If they just did a little bit more of the lighting and just pump some smoke through there and just one soundtrack that was just like an eerie, kind of a spooky, like a background horror movie type, through that, it would be creepy. And I think that's all you'd need to really kind of do to that ride. And it would probably make it 10 times better than what we experienced last year. So I'm hoping we see that this year. I'm hoping we see some of that fog pumped right through there. Because I'll tell you what, a few years back when they did the Terror Tour and we actually went through Wild West Falls ride, the ride wasn't open, but through where the Indian, like the ghost town is, there was actually, I think it had been raining too, and there was the fog had from when the park had sort of moved its way over there, and because they got those like pine trees on the side of the hill there, it just looked so awesome, reflecting of the light and the fog. It was really eerie, and I think it's all they need to do. If they did enough of those machines in there, if they can, it would just make a massive difference, and a bit more sort of different color lighting and an eerie overlay soundtrack. Surely it can be done without a lot of expense. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we see something good like that. Should SeaWorld open back up the monorail? To be honest, I don't think it's ever going to reopen. It would be cool for it to be open again for sure. I'm a big fan of monorails, old school, love them. But I think we can safely say for now that it won't. Dane saying the Wild West Falls ride still wasn't worth his wetness. Yeah, he copped a lot of water on that ride out of everyone else in the boat. He copped it all. It was it was an experience. It was an experience. Another question: what do you think about the Justice League Dark ride? I like the theming in there. The ride itself's, I mean, it's good. It's definitely good. I enjoy the air conditioning in there as well on a hot day. Theming is amazing. Yeah, the ride's pretty good, but I think if you're comparing it to what's in America, the similar rides that are in America, I think it's missing a couple of elements. So it's maybe there's like 3 versions of it, and they bought version 1 because a lot of them the cars move in different directions as well. Then just go on the one direction, and they use a lot of screens as well as practical sets. So again, more cost to do something like that. So maybe one day they could do an upgrade to that ride. Maybe the ride vehicle could do a moving one and some incorporating some other screen. I know there's a couple of screens in there. Don't get me wrong. I know there is, but if you compare it to the American ones, there's a lot more like 3D screens and stuff going on there. But anyway, I still enjoy the ride. Yeah, it's fun. It's a family friendly ride, obviously, for kids as well. So yeah, SEQ Virtual Tours are saying that it's the worst. They reckon it's the worst ride ever created. They went on with their kids, 3 in the cart. So there's 4 guns. 3 of the guns were being used, but the gun that wasn't being used scored more points than they did. I mean, yeah, I think the upkeep of those things is very critical. Same with all like the Doomsday, all the activation stuff around there, all the RFID activations, all that's not working now again. And some of the theming around the Wild West Falls, Ghost Town, someone had mentioned to me recently that some of it wasn't working. And look, I know the upkeep to that stuff it's not easy, but it's pretty important, and it all comes down to guest experience. So yeah, I get what you're saying there. SEQ Virtual Tours, that's disappointing. How can a gun that's not being used score higher points than you? Unless the points were still sitting there from the last person and they weren't cleared. I don't know if they clear them or how it works, but that's pretty funny. But I can understand what you're saying. Maybe they could do an upgrade to that attraction down the track sometime. Maybe they could do that. Jane's saying the monorail at SeaWorld is from World Expo 88. That's right. It's too old to reopen. Unfortunately, it was everyone's favorite trip around the park. Yeah, definitely. And years and years ago, I worked at SeaWorld, and if I'm at the top terrace there and I get a call on the 2A radio, I need to go to the store at the resort. If there was no one on the monorail, I could, and it was at the station, I could jump on that monorail and be at the resort in like minutes. But when you've got to walk or power walk that couple of kilometers to get there in busy and heat, and then you get there, you fix the issue, you get halfway back to the top, and then you get another call back there again, and you got to go back again. So the monorail was great for other things like that too. But yeah, nostalgia, it was cool having the monorail, especially World Expo 88. I was very fortunate enough to be able to go to World Expo 88. Absolutely loved that. Never forget that. There was a monorail. Also went from Broadbeach Oasis Shopping Centre to the casino and back. There was a monorail in Sydney. Was it Darling Harbour? I think it went from Darling Harbour to the Chinese. Is it the markets over the other side? Yeah. So again, monorails. I know Disney still have them. That's a Disney thing. But yeah, I think it's old technology essentially. But it would be great. Jane, maybe you might know someone that maybe works at SeaWorld, perhaps, and what they could do is that one that's still sitting in the station is turn it into maybe like a themed diner. So you go up there and they strip it all out, put maybe a cafe in there, and you get little tables, and you can sit in there. Maybe they close off some of the windows and make them screens like you are still going around the park, and have music, the background music playing, the commentary playing, bit of nostalgia like you're in the monorail, kind of like the Harry Potter train experience in Florida that goes between the 2 parks. The windows looks like you're actually going in the train, but it's a screen. Maybe something like that, but at the same time you can have a drink and a cake or something. I don't know. It would be cool to do something with it, but yeah, or maybe it just might turn into scrap, or maybe a museum piece. I don't know. Something. If it's not going to go again, maybe they could do something with it. You never know. Last year's Fright Nights auditions were off-site as well. Oh, were they? Okay, I wasn't aware about that. It's cool. Last time, Kobe was saying last time he was at Injustice League ride, the screens weren't working. Okay, that's disappointing. I know they did a refurb in there not too long ago, so maybe it was before that. Favorite childhood TV show? It would have to be The Dukes of Hazzard, followed by Knight Rider, followed by The A Team, followed by The Incredible Hulk. No, Chips, followed by The Incredible Hulk, followed by Greatest American Hero, followed by Bionic Man. All those 80s TV shows, the best. The best. Nothing like them now. Anyway, hey Carly, I watched your update video. Good to see the Serpent Slayers back open. Definitely, it opened and it went down for a bit, and it's open again. So yeah, that's cool. Jungle Rush, yeah, is definitely coming along. Massive progress. Really excited for that. Yeah, Jane, there you go. Monorail dinner experience. Tell them this is an idea from Jaggs Journeys. Sponsored by Jaggs Journeys. Yeah, my videos playing in the background. SeaWorld theme park videos. Anyway, Erin, how long was your trip to the US? Did you go by yourself? It looked awesome. Yeah, I went by myself. I went for a week. I smashed so much out in a week. I was literally, in fact, as soon as I arrived, once I got to my location from the airport, I went straight out and did my first vlog at City Walk. The next day, theme parks. Next day, theme park. Next day, Hollywood. No, I had one day where I went to another part of Hollywood, another part of LA. Just not really a touristy part. It's called Commerce. I just went to a shopping center there, or outlet shopping actually. And I like going to the local kind of places as well. Not off the beaten track, but off the tourist track probably. It's about a 40-minute drive from Hollywood, but definitely worth going there. It's called Citadel if you're looking for outlet shopping. Citadel. If you're out that side of LA, there's one called Orange County Outlets in Anaheim if you're out in Anaheim, and then there's another one on the other side of LA, opposite side of LA to Commerce. The name just escaped me. Anyway, if you search outlet shopping in Los Angeles, it'll bring up a few names there. So, but yeah, and then other than that, I was Hollywood, the Warner Brothers studio tours, a couple of Hollywood attractions, and then more theme parks or Universal Studios. Met up with the German in Venice, who's another YouTuber over there, who's massive YouTuber actually. I think last time I checked, he had about 380,000 subscribers. So we've been chatting sort of on and off probably for a couple of years. And yeah, I was able to meet up with him at Universal. He's on the video there, and I'm also on his video as well. And top bloke, awesome guy. And he said next time I'm in LA, we'll hang out and do something else again. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I went by myself. Went for a week. It was supposed to be 8 days, but my flight got cancelled the night I was driving to the airport. About to drive to the airport, so I had to fly out the next day. So apparently the plane I was going on, when it was coming into Australia from, I think, New Zealand, it got struck by lightning, so it went out of service, and they didn't have another plane. So I ended up then having to fly the next day from Brisbane to Sydney and then catch a flight out of Sydney to LA. Anyway, so I kind of lost a day. But, just absolutely from 8 in the morning till probably 9 at night, I was out. That whole period of time, I was out doing vlogs and just experiencing, obviously, LA and all that, and editing. I didn't have much sleep either because I was editing a few videos while I was there as well. But yeah, I love it there, and just it was cool. It was cool, and I really needed a break, to be honest, away from Australia or from what was going on with previous job. If you've been on the channel a while, you know what I'm talking about. Just with them trying to get to put my channel down because of the conflict of interest with products that I was working, the company I was working for was selling products in some of the places I do videos. Didn't have anything to do with it, and hence I got legal advice around that as well. Ended up deciding to leave. Didn't need that drama at all, and I wasn't shutting down my hobby for anyone. So now I'm very happy. Work for awesome company, love my job, and yeah. So I decided, boom. I had a couple of weeks between jobs. I just went, I'm going to LA. Bang, vlog for a week, and I just needed the downtime, and I needed just to focus on me, and I just needed it, and loved it, and now we got plenty of videos to watch. So yeah. Shane Digby saying, I grew up on all those TV shows as well back in the day, late 70s, 80s. Yep. The best shows. Best shows. You can't go back on those shows. Do you remember Automan? I don't know if you would remember that, or Street Hawk. They were another couple of awesome shows I used to watch. Yeah, there's so many. There were so many. Anyway, Magnum PI. I could go on. Have I heard any news on the hotel at Movie World? Nothing. And I don't think anyone else has either. Unless I just haven't heard or seen the updates, but it's gone quiet. So not sure exactly why or what's going on with that one there. But if anyone knows anything about the hotel at Movie World, let us know. If you're able to tell us, that is. If it's confidential, don't tell us. But yeah. Definitely can't wait till they say, hey, we're digging the groundwork, we're starting, that's what we want to see, but hopefully soon. Bodie's saying on Monday the fountains weren't working on the Dreamworld flyer. Okay. Hopefully they're fixed soon. Yeah, hopefully they are. Yeah, it does make the ride. That's exactly right. What month do I think Wizard of Oz will be open? Okay, well, I think they kind of announced that they're trying to have it open for December, mate. So I think we will see it open either late November or probably early December. Probably. Late November, early December. We'll just have to keep watching. Straws, hey, mate, thanks for jumping on. I hope you had a good day at work. No doubt you've just come home, so thank you for jumping on, as always. Always appreciated. Oz in Pictures is saying, what is your favorite ride you've ever been on? Ever been on? Ooh. I'll probably say one, and then I'll probably change my mind. But again, most of you know I'm into my themed rides. Theming. I love theming. Radiator Springs at Disney California Adventure in Anaheim would definitely be up there. Dark ride and outdoor ride. It's exhilarating. It's fun. You feel immersed. But the whole Cars Land, I love it. I just love it. Other than that, probably Haunted Mansion. Again, theming, nostalgia. I went on that when I was in the early 80s. And I went on it again in recent years, and I love that ride. I just absolutely love that. I love Pirates of the Caribbean as well. Obviously, these American ones, because they're up there, obviously, in terms of theming and the length of the ride and the experience as well. So, I haven't been to Star Wars Land yet because we were going, and then COVID, and then we had to cancel all that. So that might now be Rise of the Resistance. I haven't done that ride yet, so I don't know. So that looks next level. So I'm excited to head over there at some point and experience that as well. So that could be number one. You never know. That might end up being number one. We'll see. Erin saying she enjoyed my great trip over to America. Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching, Erin, and there's more videos to come as well. I'll get there someday. I really enjoy your channel. The theme song is a real vibe. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I've had some people say, why do you do a theme song? I've always done a theme song. I've changed it a few times over the years. If you watch my earlier videos, different theme song. But yeah, I really enjoy the one now. My friend Riley, he produced that for me. So yeah, and I have shortened it a bit. There's actually a full-length version, which he did, which is awesome. But I obviously want to keep it to just a quick theme. So again, it's my intro. Sort of the way I did the intros, or have done my intros, has changed over the years, and essentially, I think I like what I do now. Just welcome everyone to the video. What I'm there to do, the quick intro, and then straight into a bit of a recap of, or I guess, a summary of what's coming up in the video with what's happening, or just some things around the park, and then we get into the video. That's kind of I like that, and it seems to work, and people seem to enjoy it. So I'm glad you do. Thank you for that, and I'm glad you're enjoying the videos, the channel, and yeah, as I say, more a little bit more USA content still to come. So if you're enjoying that kind of content, please subscribe if you're not, and stay tuned if you are. That's appreciated. Cool. What else we got here? She's gonna miss me, my channel, when she goes to Bali. Ileana, it's okay. They might have internet over there, or YouTube. I don't know. I'd say they probably have Wi-Fi, no doubt, at the hotel or wherever you may be staying, or unless you're staying like at like a village or a place that doesn't have the Wi-Fi, which is possible. Chris is saying, would Movie World bring in something like a Back to the Future ride? How cool would that be, mate? But unfortunately, they work on. I would never say never. I mean, Universal owns that one. So years ago, if you recall, Movie World had Shrek, which is DreamWorks, which is Universal essentially, right? DreamWorks. So they pay for that IP, for that, the license, the use of that license for the period of time that they want to use it for. So it's possible, but it costs them a lot of money. If it's even Warner Brothers stuff, they still have to pay for Warner Brothers stuff. We won't see Harry Potter back at Movie World, and the reason for that, even though everyone's saying it's a movie, Warner Brothers movie, yes, it is, and it does feature, as you would have seen on my Warner Brothers studio to a Hollywood video. There's Harry Potter all through that, sets, all sorts of stuff, right? But the theme park part of that, Universal owns all those rights to the theme park. That's why all around the world, Universal Studios, they have Harry Potter, Wizarding World of Harry Potter. They own the theme park rights. You'll never see it anymore, well, unless it changes in the future. But at the moment, you'll never see it at a Warner Brothers park. So, yeah, look, for them to use something like that, it would cost them a huge amount of money to do, to use the Back to the Future, pay Universal to do all that. Plus, that's ongoing money on top of the price of doing all the ride and that. So, mate, I would love to see it 100%, but whether they think it's still popular enough, I think it is, but who knows? All right. Aaron's saying, I bet you were exhausted by the end of my holiday. Yeah, my time in America. Yeah, I was, but you know what? I was just I was in my zone. Like every day, I just got up and vlogged and edited every day. That's my passion. So yeah, I was tired, but I didn't mind it because I needed to do it as well for myself, for what I'd just been through the last few months, several months in the last job. So yeah, yes, it was tiring and that, but it's all good. It was all worth it, 100%. How long have you been doing this channel? I think it's going on 5 years this year. Again, I work full time, so it's a weekend hobby, but I pretty much always release a video every week. So if you ever look back on the video, I think I got over 500 videos on it, something like that. There's tonnage of videos on there because it's a passion, and I always put out content for you guys. And I've had a lot of people on here who have actually supported this channel from the start. Like there's a number of people, a number of names that keep coming up that have always been around and continue to comment and support the channel, and I really appreciate that. It's so cool to see that I haven't lost interest, and that's important to me too. That I try and make it so that you don't lose interest. How can this channel be different from the other channels out there as well? I mean, everyone's out there now. There are a lot more people out there now trying to do more content, more channel options, ideas, whatever. And good on them. They put in the effort, they get the reward. So I can only do so much with the time I've got, but you never know. One day this could be a full-time channel. I mean, you never know, right? You never know what the future brings and which way the planets align. So, but for now, I love the job I'm doing. I love still doing this in the weekends. I don't really get a day off really because I'm work full-time and then do this pretty much full-time on the weekend. But because it is a passion, it doesn't feel too much like work or anything like that. So, yeah, I really enjoy it, and I just hope you guys continue to enjoy the channel. And if you are enjoying it, remember anyone can watch this channel. It's not a bad channel or anything like that. So, you can share the channel, friends and family, other people who may want to go to Gold Coast theme parks or are just interested in theme parks. We do other attractions as well from time to time and events and things like that, and Supernova, Comic Cons. There's other things on the channel. The odd car show here and there as well. We throw that in from time to time. Theme parks is obviously the main content, and wherever I can get away and do other content overseas or just other parts of Australia, we'll continue to do that as well when we can. So hopefully you're all just enjoying it, and yeah, let me know if you got ideas and you want something. You got a good idea, let me know. I mean, depends on how much it costs, of course, but we'll always see what we can do. So again, big appreciation to everyone who's continued to support my channel and myself. What else we got here? Do I like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Yeah, I used to watch it when I was a kid. It's pretty cool. So, cool. Sorry, just reading comments there. Have you been to Six Flags Magic Mountain in LA? I went there in 2002, Roller Coaster Heaven. Yes, I have actually been there, but I was younger then. I was only about 8, so the park's pretty old, like me. But I went on that at the time when I was there. I didn't go recently, so I know it's changed massively now. But it's always been a roller coaster park. So I went on the original Colossus, which was at the time was the biggest wooden roller coaster in the world. And I was 8 and I rode that. So I think now it is it Twisted Colossus? I think it's called now. I think it's a combination of steel and metal, and wood, I think. So yeah, I'd like to get back there again. Definitely. I mean, I love roller coasters. But some people are just roller coaster focused type of people. I love all rides, but I particularly like themed rides. That's my thing. But I still love a good roller coaster for sure. Now again, if I've missed your comments, again, apologies, and just chuck the comment in again. It's just a lot of comments coming through, and then it keeps moving, so I'm kind of losing place. So apologies for that. Hey Ryder, good to see you, mate. Green Lantern's your least favorite ride at the park? Yeah, some people say that. Hey, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't mind it. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad ride. If I buy a fast track ticket for rides if I buy a fast track ticket for rides at Warner Brothers Movie World, will I go straight in even if the ride is 1 hour long? No. So how it works is you gain priority queuing essentially, right? So you go to the fast track queue. There could be other people in the queue as well, but how they do it is then they let some of the fast track people in, then they'll let the normal people queue in, then they'll let you in. So your queue time might be 5 or 10 minutes, maybe, instead of an hour or 2. So there's still going to be some wait time, because keep in mind it could be 20 people in front of you in the fast track queue as well. So that's how that kind of works. It's sort of priority queuing, if you like, and definitely you'll get on a lot faster. So it's definitely worth it when it's busy. If they announce the monorail at SeaWorld, if they announce what they do, about the monorail. This is from Rick's about the monorail at SeaWorld. If they do announce that it will reopen, I hope they upgrade the train that's just sitting up in the station. Well, it's the only one they've got, so they'd have to. The other one was scrapped. If you remember, I think it was dumped out and scrapped out of Molandina. So it might have been sold, and someone might be using it as a, I don't know, camper van or something. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, SEQ Virtual Tours saying that they highly doubt they can get that area done by December. I know they're working around the clocks. So, and the video they showed, by the way, was probably filmed maybe a week and a half or so ago, maybe. So, they're probably a little bit more ahead than that showed as well. And there was actually I think it was on the news today and in the newspaper today, because I visit shops and stuff, and I saw a newspaper and it had Village Roadshow theme parks, and it had the CEO, COO, and the project manager on the front, saying how excited they are about the progress of the area and how good it's going to be for the Gold Coast, and it is. And I think it probably will open early December, early to mid, maybe, if not into November, maybe. We'll see. Family Odyssey, hey, thanks for jumping on. I'm going good. Hope you're all well. Thank you so much for jumping on tonight. Always appreciate you guys. Thank you. Oz and Pictures. Oh, sorry, I just got to make shout out to Straws. I do apologize, mate. I just seen that come up for the super chat. So thank you so much once again. Yeah, as I say, you're always very generous and kind, and I appreciate you jumping on. And for the super chat, yeah, and you have, Straws is one of the people who has actually been with this channel, supporting my channel pretty much from the start. So, and he's saying that he's not lost interest one bit. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, mate. It does mean a lot. I mean, I try to make the videos, I guess, a bit upbeat, and like a lot of people see me videos of their kids dancing to them at the music and the videos and everything. It's awesome to see. People get enjoyment and fun, not just out of the content, but out of the music and the other things I put in the video. So that's really cool. And I'll tell you a funny quick story. I was at SeaWorld a few weeks ago and I met this lovely family, and they had this little baby. Oh, well, he probably wasn't that well. I don't know how old he would have been, maybe 1 or 1.5. I can't remember how old they said he was now. I think they said his first word was Jaggs. I think it was Jaggs or Jag or something like that. So his first words, that cracked me up. I mean, that's hard case, right? So, yes, everyone watches it. It is family-friendly content as well. I know there might be time to time, like a Fright Nights, if there's any kind of, scared words coming out, it's bleeped over anyway. So it's, we try and censor that out the best to my ability. But generally speaking, anyone can jump on, watch these videos. I do them so people can see what it's like to come to the parks, to experience the events, and just to see what it's like. Even people that suffer from anxiety, people have said to me that, particularly like kids and adults that haven't been to the parks before, and they get a sense of what it's like, the way I explain things and what to expect and where this is and that, and this is what this, and it calms them down before they get in the park, which that blew me away. I would, I wouldn't have even thought that was a thing, but and that makes me feel so good as well, that I'm helping people as well. So again, I'm glad people haven't lost interest, including Straws, and thank you again for the super chat. It's appreciated. But again, lots of people have been with me for so long, and long-term supporters of the channel, and I really appreciate it. And I know sometimes these other channels come up, and people get busy with life and all that as well, and people's things change, situations, whatever the case might be. But I really appreciate everyone that has stuck to the channel and enjoys the content and joins the live streams as well. So again, taking time out of your personal time, I appreciate it too. So again, thanks, Straws. Always appreciated, mate, and good to see you last few weeks ago at Movie World. So maybe we'll bump into you again soon. All good, mate. Cool. What else we got here? You're saying the Justice League ride might need to be replaced. Yeah, I reckon they just need to upgrade it. Hey, Mike. Good to hear from you, Mike. He said, I'm good. I'm good. I hope you're all well and the family's well. He's just come back from Tokyo, Disneyland, and Disney Sea. You lucky thing. It's definitely on my list. He's saying I have to go there next. Best Disney of them all. And Mike's been to all of the Disneylands, and he's saying that the Disneyland and Disney Sea in Tokyo is the best by far and quite cheap compared to traveling to the other parks in the other parts of the world. Mate, that's awesome. I remember you telling me you were heading off there, so I'm glad. I'm glad you had an awesome time. I'd really like to catch up with you and hear all about it, actually. So we'll have to do that. But yeah, definitely, it's definitely on our bucket list. There's many things on our bucket list, and it just depends when we can obviously, get to those places. But thanks. I appreciate you telling us that. And I've heard that Disney parks, and particularly Disney Sea too, is absolutely incredible. So I just got to work out probably what the best time of year is to go. I'm picking probably summer, not winter. Probably this time of year, and be interesting to see what the crowds were like. I know it's crowded anyway, right? Being in Japan, but also if you did fast express pass, keen to find out how that worked over there and the prices as well, because I'm sure that would be a requirement based on how busy that park or those parks are over there. I'm sure you'd absolutely have to need those so that we get on to everything, right? So cool. Again, Mike, thanks for jumping on. Love to catch up and hear more about that. Writer saying that they give you a card now at the fast track queue. It's a virtual queue card. Okay. I haven't bought that of late, so maybe they're just using old virtual queue tickets that they've already got in the park. Maybe, I'm not sure. Zach's asking, do I know what's going on with Rivertown and what the rides wait times are for Dreamworld in the weekends? To be honest, the ride wait times on the weekends aren't that bad. I don't think they're excessive at all. And I've been on a busy day and they've still been pretty good, like 20 minutes to like maybe 45. Not bad. Pretty good, in fact. So Rivertown, mate, heaps happening there. I just dropped a Rivertown update video last Sunday. So if you just go on the channel, the last video I dropped actually will be on there if you want to have a quick look at that. Not a long video, but it'll give you the latest update of what it's looking like and where it's at in the stages it's up to. So, but yeah, mate, not too bad. You definitely won't need a fast track pass at the moment anyway. Something I did put in the video for Dreamworld, actually for Steel Taipan particularly, there's a big A-frame now at the start of the area. You can, there's 3 QR codes on it. You can buy Ride Express for Taipan right there at the sign on your phone, and you can get it booked and done right there. Also, you can book the spinning seats there as well. And there's also a price now for pass holders for the spinning seats as well. And both trains now have the spinning seats. So only one had it initially. Now both trains have it. So again, you just walk into the area right at the start of the Steel Taipan precinct. There's the A-frame. QR codes are on there. Scan the one you want. Pay for it on your phone. Off you go. Simple. So that's an awesome initiative that they've done. And I noticed that last week when I was there. So, yeah, check that out next time you're there as well. Hey, Jane, I agree, Shane, your videos have gotten better over the years. I appreciate that because my earlier ones were definitely not that great. But I appreciate that. And you should be proud. Thank you very much. Great to see what's new in the parks. Yeah, absolutely right. Always lots of things going on, which is good. I appreciate the comments, Jane, very much appreciated. Elijah, anyone know anything about Scooby-Doo Coaster? I think it's opening early next year, mate. But no definite date. But they are doing a lot of work in there, so don't know much more than that. Hopefully we might get a sneak peek soon from their social media, maybe on TikTok for subscribers. Maybe we'll hope to see something, maybe after Fright Nights. We'll have to wait and see. Hey, Jason Gordon, my man. How are you, mate? Thanks for jumping on from the UK, mate. Appreciate it. Thanks, mate. I appreciate you enjoying what I'm doing. Long-term commitment, but I'm loving it, and I'd love to get to the UK. So if you know anyone who works at any of those parks over there, Wink, wink. One day, definitely would love to head out to those parks. Must be awesome. What you're doing over there must be unreal, mate. So you're doing an awesome job. And yeah, mate, loving seeing all the UK content creators as well. So we always watch, all those guys as well and what's happening in those parks. So definitely UK parks are pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So yeah, thanks, mate. I appreciate you jumping on. Good to catch up again one day. You're back in Oz. Shane Digby. Your name is Shane too. Yes, it is, mate. And your nieces are big fans of my channel. Thank you very much. Mike K, happy to chat about it. I have many recommendations on it all, as you might imagine. Drop you a note. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Definitely sounds like a plan. Hey, Clayton, thanks for jumping on, mate. I appreciate it. You get a night off work. I appreciate you jumping on. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Bodie's saying, Warner Brothers Park in Dubai have announced a Harry Potter land opening soon. Really? Wow, okay. They would have had to have paid Universal for that, unless it's different in Dubai. I mean, I don't know. That's crazy. How good is that? So that means that would be indoors, because that's an indoor park, right? That would be awesome. How good would that be? That has to go on the bucket list. Awesome, man. I have to keep an eye out for that one. Chris Eriks is saying, knowing that you love tours, I recommend the Home and Away tour in Sydney. Yeah, actually, I did see some of your pictures on that, mate. It looked pretty cool when you were there. And I must admit, I haven't actually watched Home and Away for some years. It's just because of work and time I finish, and I don't think I get to watch it anymore. However, I do know that it's when you go through that, it's still Summer Bay, right? It's still, which I think is Palm Beach in Sydney. I think it is the actual location. But yeah, it's good to see that they do that. Years ago, though, I was lucky enough to win a competition when I lived in New Zealand. This is a long time ago now, over 20 years ago. There was a show very similar to Home and Away called Breakers. Does anyone remember Breakers? So it was like a Home and Away show filmed at, I think it was set at Bondi Beach. It was set there, basically the same kind of show as Home and Away. Had the cafe. In fact, the girl that plays Leah is Ada, I think her real name is. She was working in the cafe on that show, and then she works on the cafe at Home and Away. So it was funny because that was pretty cool. I won a competition. They flew us over to Sydney. They put us up in a hotel at Bondi, the Swiss Grand Hotel, and they took us out to the studios where they filmed all the inside shots for all that show, which I think is exactly where they film Home and Away now. And it's unreal because we got to walk around. We got to meet all the stars. Excuse me. Of all that was, a lot of them are still either famous now or on other shows. So yeah, it was so cool to do that and to see how they do all that, all those scenes and how they use those sets, and it's amazing. So we're pretty fortunate there. So I do enjoy that kind of stuff, as you know, Chris, and also the Warner Brothers Studios, Universal Studios. So yeah, look, I think that could be definitely something to do down there. I'd have to probably brush up my Home and Away show knowledge, I think, so I'd know if something's changed and what it is, because otherwise it wouldn't probably mean too much. But I know the surf club's still there, and obviously the beach, right? So, but yeah, no, that's a good idea, mate. Thank you so much for that. Straws, mate. Thanks again. You're very kind and generous, and I appreciate the super chat again. You're saying can't wait for Fright Nights. Might try and do some filming of it. Tickets will be on sale soon. Yeah, they're recruiting now. That's right. Yep, absolutely right. So yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite events. I love Halloween events. Definitely probably my favorite time of year, actually. Yeah, I just enjoy them. Used to love watching the old 80s and 90s horror movies and things like that as well. So definitely looking forward to Fright Nights for sure. So yeah, casting now. So the dates are probably going to be, I think they announced, well, the dates they put on the casting for when they'll be needed to do, I think it was early October. So onwards, roughly the same time as last year, maybe give or take a day or two. But yeah, exciting, definitely exciting, and not too far away. So they should probably next month start to release some stuff, I think. And someone mentioned before, maybe they'll do a Beetlejuice maze this year. Maybe they will. How good would that be? I reckon it'd be unreal. Kobe saying, thanks for keeping us up to date. What's happening in the parks, Jaggs? You're like a trip guider. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. I enjoy it. So, again, thanks for your support. Six Pandora saying, Shane, what's your favorite ride in Movie World? Wild West Falls. Theming. I love water rides as well. Probably followed by Scooby-Doo. Again, just love it when it's open. So, but yeah, Wild West Falls, I have to say, would have to be. A lot of people would say it'd be DC Rivals Hypercoaster. And hey, yes, it's probably the best roller coaster for sure. Out there and at Movie World for sure. But in terms of overall experience and rides, for me, it's Wild West Falls. Definitely. Bodie, the teasers were shown on either Coaster Studios or Theme Park Worldwide. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, those are channels we watch fairly often, actually, when I get time. I really try and keep up with, obviously, the YouTubers I follow overseas, and obviously I try to support as many of the YouTubers here in Australia as well, who are creating content. For me, it's a time thing. I'm very time poor, and I do struggle to even watch the ones I really, really, really want to watch at the moment. So, yes, I'm a bit behind on some other people's content, but I do see social media and that kind of thing as well. So, yeah. Cool. Chris is saying, yes, it's Palm Beach, Mona Vale. That's where the home and away set is. That's cool. Clayton's saying, I hope Movie World does a Beetlejuice event for the new movie. Well, yeah, someone's saying they might do a maze for Fright Nights. That'd be awesome. But yeah, it would be cool if they did some kind of an event or theming for. Yeah, I agree. That would be pretty awesome. Straws loved being scared out of his life. The Conjuring maze. Yeah, that was actually really good. Yeah. Clayton saying Fright Night starts October the 5th. Yes, the 5th. Cool. That'll be cool. Ryder's saying he can confirm a Beetlejuice maze is coming. May I ask where you saw that confirmed by Movie World? Because I haven't seen that. I just want to see where it is so I can find it. Because I think all they've done at the moment is they've just shared a video of the movie release, which was on all social media. Again, I might have missed something, so please let me know where you saw that. So, yeah, so we can let everyone know. Straws also says I hope they do a better overlay on Wild West Falls for Fright Nights. Yeah, we touched on that also probably before you jumped on, mate. Yeah, the more fog. Well, they didn't have any fog last year, so fog and lots of it. And also, I think an eerie sort of a background theme music and maybe a little bit of different kind of lighting. It's all they need to do, and that would just take it to the next level. So yeah, looking forward to that. Dean's asking me, did I get to the rebranded Dreamworld Night Markets? Look, yeah, it's so essentially the branding has changed. I did post on, I think it was a story last week. So the new logo with the food truck above the entrance. So I used to have the Moonlight. Excuse me, used to be the Moonlight Night Markets. They've still got the Moonlight Night Market sign in front of the steel taipan outside the front of the park, and I think it saw it somewhere else as well. So they'll probably need to rebrand that stuff as well over the next, couple of months, because obviously that stuff takes time to get printers and signage people, all that stuff done, right? But, yeah, essentially it's just a new rebrand. So it's still the same, excuse me, night markets. And look, they're, always doing awesome things at those night markets, themed nights. In fact, there's a 1950s night coming up. I think is it this Saturday? I think it is. Rockabilly Night. You got to get along to that one. Make sure you follow them on Facebook. They post regularly what's coming up for all their events. They do separate ticketed events in their convention center there, like the wrestling and basketball. They have movies going on there, footy nights when they have the footy games on, all that kind of thing. And obviously they have regular entertainment as well. So I tell you what, the team that run the I know it's Dreamworld, but there's a separate team that actually are in charge of that, the Dreamworld Night Markets. They work for Dreamworld. They do an awesome job, and it's just always something cool going on there. It might be a car show or like the theme nights, like the Rockabilly 50s night. They have like things. What they have like supernova, like cosplay nights coming up, and all that kind of thing. They do so many of those different cool things. And again, if you're a pass holder, it's free to get in. $2 if you're not, which is awesome. 5 to 9 p.m. Fridays and Saturday nights. Food trucks there, and there's always the same. Oh, there's regular ones there which are awesome, and then they kind of cycle through other ones. There's always usually something different as well from a food perspective. Plus, they have their food options, drinks and bars and things there as well. So, it's definitely worth checking out, and it's good to see a little bit of a rebranding going on. That's cool. Yeah, cool. Bodie's saying that they are looking for a bit of a soundtrack for the Wild West Falls for the Fright Nights. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome. I think I missed a whole heap of comments back here, guys, and apologies. The comments just roll through pretty quick. What do we got? What do we got? Okay. I think I got to most of them here, actually. Again, if I miss your comment, just make it the comment again. We're going to probably wrap up soon anyway, guys. We have been going for 2 hours already, over 2 hours. So, and pretty much most of you still on. Some have dropped off, and then others have come back on. So, we've had a really good attendance on tonight's on live, which is really, really awesome, and I appreciate that. So, cool. I know I probably have missed some, but apologies. Always feel free to send me a DM, and I'll get back to you as well. Disneyland has Shane saying Disneyland has the best ride theming option. I would have to agree. Australia has some awesome parks. Yep. He's been to Wonderland. That was an awesome park. I never got to go there, but apparently it was. Dreamworld, and SeaWorld. Haven't been to Movie World yet. Definitely get along. You'll enjoy it. Definitely a good park. Theming is again one of their strong points there as well. Ryder's saying a roller door for the show building was open a bit, and he saw, or where showcase was, and he saw a bit of theming in a theming piece of the Dante's Inferno room from the movie. Well, it could well be. You could be correct, or maybe they're doing a Beetlejuice showcase because they've just done the movie, and there could be set pieces in there and props and costumes, and maybe that's the next thing they're doing. So that could be an option too. So I think until they announce that there is actually a Beetlejuice maze, it's speculation. So I mean that's a good observation, mate, and they're obviously doing something there with Beetlejuice. We just have to wait and see what that is. So it's either a showcase, walkthrough, next thing there. How good would that be with the latest Beetlejuice movie? Imagine having actual Warner Brothers screen use props and costumes and set pieces. Wow. So that would be cool. Or like you say, could be a maze for Fright Nights. Still wow. So either way, it's exciting. We'll have to keep watching. Either way, it's exciting anyway. Do you know what the movie Australia was, or where the movie Australia was filmed in Australia? Not exactly. I don't. Sorry, no. If you just Google it, I'm sure it will say the location of. Most of the time, you can find anything on the Google search if you're wanting to know background information about where movies were filmed. Straws again. Live streams are great. Sorry. It's really great being able to ask questions and get your take on things and updates. Thanks, Straws, mate. That's why we do them, so that people can ask questions. We can chat about the things that everyone's got a vested interest in. And it's just something a bit different, right? So going to continuing to do these every second Wednesday night. So obviously next Wednesday will be the night that myself and Adrian and Riley do the Theme Park Cartel podcast. So if you haven't checked that out already, check that out. That releases every 2 weeks on usually on a Thursday on Spotify or your whatever streaming platform you use. Don't forget to give us a 5-star review on there as well. Other than that, we'll be doing the lives every Wednesday. I think it's a better night than the Monday. I was just struggling to get a lot of stuff done, and it kept rolling from the weekend and then from my editing and then into this and that. So, and then obviously changing it from weekly to fortnightly is just better. So, and obviously I still do the odd lives in park as well. The thing is, the quality of the live stream in parks is never great, and that's because we're working off data, in park data and signal, and it's never really great at all. It's just not. So the quality is poor. You can't get the same camera usage, if you like, or smoothness as well on a live stream. It's very raw. It is what it is, but people seem to like those as well. They're just, the quality is not the greatest. But anyway, we'll probably do some of them again as we go along. Cool. Now, again, if I haven't already read your comment, the comments just keep flying past me, and I'm trying to catch up and everything. So, apologies if I've missed your comment. Again, feel free to send your comments to me in a direct message. I will reply back to you. That's always something I always do. I appreciate everyone who takes the time to send me a message. So I take the time to respond. Jamie's written, Shane, you have really grown in your vlogs. Quality is great and your passion comes through. Well done. Close to 10K subs. Yeah, we're getting close now, guys, and I appreciate that. It's cool. What else we got here? Theme park holidays are the best. When I go to Disneyland every day, when I go to LA, I love it. Absolutely. I love that you are so passionate about your vlogs. Yeah, I am very passionate. Thanks, Jane. Very appreciate that as well. I know you love Disney too. Disney is the best. Do you enjoy the editing? I've been thinking about doing some filming, but the editing part I'm terrible at. Mate, I enjoy probably the filming more. But I do enjoy the editing because I try to piece it all together like a story and or an episode. I do enjoy that. It's very time consuming though, because I'm putting in just effects with transitions, music. I put a lot of time into choosing the right music for the right part of the video and the right feel for the video as well. Sometimes I could be searching for maybe half an hour longer just for one piece of music for one. So sometimes a 20-minute video could take me, well, most of the time actually, will take around 6 to 7 hours to edit. And you might think, what, for 20 minutes? Well, because when you think about it, I'm out there for hours on end filming. I have hours and hours of content that I've got to filter through and cut down to a 20-minute video or less. Sometimes I do longer ones, but longer ones, sometimes, most of the time people are going to skip. They're going to go to the part they want to watch, which is cool, which is fine. But yeah, it's a lot. It's just as much time filming as probably more time editing as you do filming. Excuse me. So, and then there's graphics on the screen with writing or links or whatever. Just putting it all together, and then essentially I've got to watch it through in its entirety without music or anything to make sure I've got all the content. Because when you film a segment, and then when you're editing to put your next segment next to that one you just filmed, to do a transition, it actually cuts a piece of the end of the first video and at the beginning of the second video. Like it's minute, but that can cut out speech or something. So you got to change if you can. Sometimes if you've cut your film too early, it cuts out and you got to do something different. But it's a little bit time consuming there. But all in all, I mean, I do enjoy that. Then you got to watch it back through. You got to do all the music. Then you got to watch it. So you literally got to watch it in its entirety from start to finish more than once. It'll be like 3 times overall, until you get like your absolute final one. So, and then sometimes I'll get halfway through and I'll find something that for me is just like, it's just not good enough. Like it's cut something too soon. So I got to change something. And then that actually shifts other things you've done later on in the video. So you got to edit those other things back along the timeline to make it flow and make sure it starts at the right points and all that kind of thing. I'm self-taught. No one taught me. I've gone through probably 7 different editing programs and software programs, and probably will go on to another one soon, actually. But anyway, it's a learning curve. I try my best, and I think I have got better. I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means, but when I look at my first videos compared to now, definitely you can see a definite improvement, which is what I like to see myself improving on. Self-taught, so trying to get confident in talking at a phone or at a camera, and then there's people looking at you when you're just talking to a camera out loud. You got to talk loud as well, so it can be a bit embarrassing, I suppose. But anyway, it's part of the gig. I enjoy it. So, but it's the editing it's a commitment, because if you're going to start it, you got to commit to it, and then you got to continue that and stick to it. Even though you film and then you spend 6 hours editing or 5 hours editing every week, you got to do that. So you got to have the time to do that. I mean, it depends. You might just release unedited, and you can do that. Some people do that, and that's cool. It depends what you want to release, or it depends what you want to deliver to your viewers. Everyone's different, and I always say, find your own style. Find the style that suits you and what you like the best. Put your spin on it. Everyone does something different. Over the years, I've had people try and literally copy everything I was doing, the same music, like just trying to replicate the heck out of what I'm doing. And look, it's nice that they think that, they obviously look to my videos for, guidance or whatever. And that's cool. But I always say, there's nothing wrong with getting ideas, but put your own stuff in it. Put your spin on it, because then that will give you a point of difference. Why people will subscribe to your channel. What makes you different from other channels? Same content. You look at it now. How many of us are doing this now, right? It's not just me and a couple of others anymore. I wasn't the first either. There's a few before me. But in the way I do it, though, is probably, for Australia, was probably the first, I think, or one of anyway. But I mean, again, everyone has a right to do what they want to do. Everyone should just have their style, and that's what makes people want to watch their content. It's like, hey, they do it this way. I enjoy watching that. I'll now watch this one because I like the way they do it. Might be the same content, but if it's a different feel or a different experience watching that content, then they're going to watch everyone's content. So, yeah, always have an idea of what you want to do, and do it your way. And but consistency, and you got to stick to it, because there's a lot of work involved, and it's a commitment, and it's time, and it's definitely a commitment. But it's worth it. If it's a passion, do it. Just have a plan. That's all I can tell you about that, really. So, but good luck, mate. Happy to answer any questions. Right now, I think we're going to wrap it up really shortly. Now, I've got a stack more comments that's come through since I was just talking just then, but okay, I'll try and see if I can address some of these real quick, and then we're going to wrap it up, because it's coming up to 2.5 hours, and I appreciate you guys that are still on here for that long. So I don't want to bore you, as I know we've all got school, work, whatever it might be, other plans to do as well. So anyway, again, there's just lots of comments that have been coming through. I can't actually remember where I was at. So, I think, okay, I've seen that one. Disneyland's best theming. Shane, yep, we touched on that one. Okay, I think I'm scrolling down the bottom here. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, it would be good, Chris, to have Wizard of Oz costumes in the showcase. Absolutely. How good would that be? Original costumes. That'd be cool. That'd tie in really well. The Wizard of Oz precinct is open. What ride do you expect Movie World to make, or do you reckon they are going to take a break from making rides for a bit? I think they'll look at the Doomsday area next. I think that has to be the next area of the park that they address from a new ride. I think they definitely need to do something in there, and I think that's definitely going to be high on their agenda. So that's what I think. Kobe liked my Secret Life of Pets ride video. Glad you like that. I really love that ride. Family ride. If you haven't watched it, you should definitely check it out. The theming blew me away again. In America, everything blew me away with theming. The queuing area, like the Super Nintendo World, Mario Kart's ride, the theming in the queue line, man, you're in an actual like apartment building and apartments, and you look through the letterbox slots, and there's dogs, cats are partying and things like. It's crazy what they do. Check it out if you haven't seen it. I released it in the weekend. Secret Life of Pets, complete ride through at Universal Studios. It's awesome, and highly recommend watching it. I'm glad you liked it, Kobe. I enjoyed going on it, and it's a family ride, not a thrill ride, but it's again the theming. It blew me away. Straw is saying thanks for the advice. And last question: have you ever not posted a video because you're not happy with how it turns out? I've changed a few, yeah. So I wouldn't say I would have not actually. Actually, I have filmed stuff and not released. And Mike, if he's still on here, knows what I'm talking about there. I did a video over a year ago that I was it a year ago? It might have been longer now. No, I think it was a year ago. Anyway, I've still got a lengthy one it's actually been started. It's just it's one I kind of filmed a lot of, and maybe could have filmed it differently to give me more options to make maybe smaller episodes or something. But anyway, still to come at some point in time. It won't be as relevant, but it'll still be a video nonetheless. So I do change things, and quite often I watch something through and I will change or cut, put things on the cutting room floor, so to speak. Some things just don't make the cut. You film a lot of stuff and you might put 5 seconds of something in there. It just happens. It just, once you see it and watch it back, you think, it doesn't make sense. Well, why'd I put that in there? No one's going to like that, or that goes on too long, or, whatever. I'm critical of myself, and then I always get my family to watch it, and then they're very honest with me as well. So, well, on the most part, I think. So they'll tell me if I need to change something or, as well from their perspective. So I listen to that as well. So yeah. Bodie's saying thanks for another live. No worries, mate. Thanks for coming along again, Bodie. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you all. And look, I know there's a stack of other comments there. I'm sorry, guys. I probably missed some of your comments there. And again, just send me a message. It's fine. I'll reply to your comments there. I'm sorry. I'm just scrolling through as I'm saying that, just to see if there's a couple of anything there. I think we're mostly good. Yeah, the teasers were shown. Oh yeah, we've covered that off. Yeah, I think I've covered most. Krusty the Clown, I didn't see that one. Hope you don't mind me mentioning other creators You and Adrian and Theme Park Ogre are my 3 favorite Australian park channels. Thank you for that, mate. No, I don't mind at all, mate. No, we know each other. All the people you've mentioned there, we all know each other. Well, actually, I don't know if everyone knows Theme Park Ogre, but I certainly know him or them. I'm not. There's always a group, so I'm not sure if it's just one or a few. But really nice guys, and again, passionate people. Adrian, same thing. He's started off just doing Instagram, and we met when he was just doing Instagram stuff, and then became friends, and then obviously over time he decided to do some YouTube stuff as well. So yeah, he's doing good as well, and obviously him and Riley and myself do the Theme Park Cartel podcast as well. So no, not at all, mate. Whoever crusted the clowners. Yeah, cool. I appreciate you saying that we're your 3 favorite Australian theme park channels. Sorry, I missed your comment there earlier. There's been a lot of comments, but yeah, no, I appreciate that. I think they all appreciate you watching their channels as well. So, and again, each person does their style, right? So, and that's the thing. Yeah, everyone puts in the effort and yeah, gets the rewards. So yeah, all good, my friend. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up there, being it is 2.5 hours, 10 o'clock here, Queensland time. Thanks to those that are still on right now. Thanks to everyone who joined me tonight and had to go. I understand fully, no problem at all. We're back again in 2 weeks, 7:30 p.m. Queensland time. If you want to jump on, even just to say hi, if you got other things to do, no worries. I really appreciate it. And once again, if you can support the channel, if you're not subscribed, hit that little button there. No cost at all to subscribe to the channel. Appreciate everyone's support for the channel. You can support the channel by buying me a coffee. And as mentioned earlier in the live, people are keen to pay memberships. So let me know how you'd like me to sort of. I know I've had some ideas tonight, and I have written those things down. So thank you for those people that gave some ideas. We'll certainly put those into consideration as well. And see what we can come up with as well. As long as everyone's happy, that's my main thing, right? So, all right, we're going to leave it there. Once again, everyone have a great rest of your week. Stay safe. And hopefully you'll all get to do something fun in your next day off or weekend or holiday. And if you're in the theme parks over the weekend, you may see me. I'm not sure where I'm going to be this weekend, by the way. So, sometimes I don't know until the day of my visit where I'm going. So sometimes I'm at multiple parks as well. So you never know. If you see me, stop me, say hi. And don't forget, you will get a sticker. If you want one, you don't have to take it. If you want one, that's all good. Anyway, guys, we'll leave it right there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next journey. Good night.